as they say.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 74
Yes.
of the
Tristan made a
Tay.
mistake last week. Or
Yeah,
the week before, sorry.
yeah, whenever it was, yeah. But
It was the week before.
but it's corrected now. So yeah, welcome to episode 74 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Welcome, everybody.
We are here. It is freezing outside
This sucks so bad.
in Florida.
We just came back from Walmart, and it's like, I think it's supposed to be like in the 40s, but it feels like it's 39 degrees outside, and it's windy.
Yeah, it's the wind that.
So
Oh my God.
it wouldn't be so bad if it was just like going outside and it's just cold,
Yeah.
but it's wind too. I feel like I'm back in Missouri, and this is not what I signed up for. I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed in the state of Florida right now.
Oh my goodness.
We've been here, for over 6 years, and it's like, my gosh,
I mean, it gets
it's
cold
never.
every
We've
year.
had several winters here, and it's never been like this cold. I don't remember.
I don't know. I feel like it probably.
I don't
has.
think so. Not that I can remember.
I think it has. Maybe not for this long,
No,
because we've had some pretty cold days over the last couple months.
like consistently.
Yeah, but I'd say it's probably been about
Yeah,
as
I don't
cold.
like it. I don't like it at all.
I'd rather have this than the heat during the summer.
I'd rather have what Ohio had, which was like 12 to 15 inches of snow. It's crazy.
You said you'd rather have that?
I'd
the
rather have
snow?
this
Oh.
weather, not Ohio's weather. No, they had like 12 to 15 inches,
That's a lot.
Yeah. I have clients I work with that are like in Ohio that are like, oh my gosh, they're like, they were snowed in their house for like 2 or 3 days. It's insane.
I do have to say, maybe this is the coldest it's been because I've been having to scrape frost off of my
Thank you.
off of my
Yes,
windows.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And nobody out here has like an ice scraper.
Nobody.
Anything. I just have like a little squeegee thing, and I flip it over and use the other side to scrape the.
You know what
frost
people will
off.
try to do is that they'll try to use their windshield wiper fluid just
Yeah,
to defrost their windows.
yeah, yeah. This guy at work said he poured hot water on his
Yeah.
windows, but you're not actually supposed to do that
Crack
because
your windshield.
yeah, it could crack the glass.
No. Does he know that?
I don't know. He did it, so
Oh my gosh.
obviously he doesn't know.
So he had no idea.
No.
He's probably like, I had
Well, they
no
don't
idea.
They don't get you don't get ice and stuff like that out here. So you
No.
wouldn't know that.
That's insane too, because if there was ice on the roads out here, people in Jacksonville can't drive anyway.
Oh my God, they would shut the roads down.
No, they wouldn't.
They would. If there was like snow and ice, they would shut the bridge down probably.
They would have to.
Like there would be so many accidents, it would be insane.
It's nuts. People can't drive when it's dry outside. They can't drive when it rains.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't drive when it rains, so
Yeah, no, imagine
they're not going
ice.
to be able to drive.
Imagine freaking black ice on the ground.
Right, yeah, so they're not going to be able to drive when
Yeah,
it
it would
rains.
set a record
Crazy.
for automobile accidents probably.
Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah.
So
It'd be
it is.
horrible.
It is what it is, I guess. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have this than the heat, I'm just saying.
I would rather have the heat. I would rather have the heat. I'm good. I like heat, so I'm okay.
Yeah. It's just nice because so my AC in my car kind of stopped working, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yes.
Like it does the air. It only blows cold
Mhm.
when it's really cold outside, so I'm gonna have to get that fixed. But it's nice that I don't need to use the AC. So
Very true.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
cool enough outside.
Mhm.
So that's nice. But the heat works just fine. The heater in my car is like an inferno. It's so
Oh
it
my
gets
gosh.
it gets so hot.
That's
it's
how the
crazy.
heat is in my car too.
Yeah.
But I love it. And I
It's-
have seat warmers. That's even better.
Oh, I got seat warmers.
Don't be mad. Your girlfriend misses my seat warmers in my car.
Yeah, it is. I
You
guess
said that.
I would rather have cooled seats. There's a lot of like cars nowadays have like ventilated, like the seats will cool for you.
Yeah, I wish I had that in the summertime in my car.
Yeah, that's nice. That would have been nice.
Especially for the steering wheel.
That would have been nice in the Cadillac a few years ago when we were driving around in the heat trying to deliver Postmates orders.
Oh my gosh, that was insane. Me and Tristan just were we would snap at each other. We would leave in the morning. We would try to, because there were like peak times that you deliver, because
Yeah.
you can make money, and it's something we were trying to do on the side, so you could have a little extra money.
Yeah, because I didn't have it.
He
I
didn't
wasn't
have a
working.
job. He
Yeah.
was kind of applying and waiting to hear back from the place you work now.
Well, no,
But-
not really. To be honest, when we moved here, I didn't want to work at Walmart again. But then it just got to a point where it's like, okay, I just need a job. So I went back.
to Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, you were working at Marketplace though.
Yeah, in Missouri.
In
Yeah.
Missouri.
But I could have just transferred here, but I was like, I'm never working at Walmart again.
You're like, I'm gonna work somewhere else when I get there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm just gonna work at Walmart, and you're still there.
Yeah.
You're still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had like no air conditioning and a black Cadillac with black leather seats.
Yeah.
And
And it was our first summer
oh my gosh,
in Florida.
it was ridiculous.
So we weren't used to we didn't know what it felt like. But we
Which-
found out real quick.
Which is interesting because we should have known what it was like,
Yeah.
but we should have known it was tropical heat, not freaking Missouri heat,
Yeah.
and humidity. But we didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
it was insane.
It was bad.
It was insane. And then it was just like, oh my gosh. And me and Tristan would get so testy. We could only deliver for like 2 hours because then we would start getting on each other's nerves. And it was
Yeah.
the heat, because as soon as we got back to the apartment, we were fine.
Yeah.
As soon as we got into air conditioning,
Yeah, it makes you
we were like, we wanted to like rip each other's heads off.
Yeah, the heat makes you a little heated.
It does, literally.
Yeah.
We were like,
Especially going through all
very
that
short-tempered.
going through all that and only making $30. You know.
And it was a lot, because then you would pick up an order, but you had to accept it, and then you would find out how far you had to drive to pick it up.
Yeah. And then a lot of times you wouldn't get it, people wouldn't tip.
People didn't want to tip you.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we do sometimes. We're like, a tip? What?
No, I don't.
You know how I don't
tip.
do that, but sometimes I'll tip, but I have to. It depends on how much my order is, and then what
Yeah.
the fee is, because it's not the person. Like, I have nothing against tipping the person who's delivering my food. It's that the app charges all these freaking other additional fees.
Well,
Some of them will charge you a delivery fee, and then they want to charge, you
you got to pay
another
it's
service-
taxes and other fees. is
other
what it
fees,
is.
like a service fee. But I'm like, what other fees? I want to know specifically what other fees I'm paying for.
Well, you're paying for the convenience of someone bringing your food.
Oh,
That's the thing.
that should be the delivery fee. There should not be any additional fees besides that. It should be the delivery fee, and then if I
Well,
wanted
even
to-
when like I have at least right now I have free delivery on Uber, but you still get charged like a certain amount of fees. It's just discounted.
but see, they should tell you what the fees are. That's the thing. That's where these companies are ripping people off. They don't tell you what these fees are.
You're paying.
It's the same thing with these phone companies. Here, you have all these additional fees. What additional fees? What are the fees?
Yeah. I don't know.
That is just common sense question. What are the fees?
I don't know. I'm sure they're in the contract that you sign,
I
that you
don't-
skip and sign at the bottom.
I don't know about that.
They probably are. You don't read the terms of
Well, I'm
service.
telling
Nobody
you,
reads
I'm going to
that.
start reading the terms of service and agreement
No,
and
you're
all that.
not.
I bet if I start reading that, I won't buy nothing. I know me now. I'm starting to get older. I'm like, I don't want to be paying all these other fees, and I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
And then even if you read that, they're still going to be, they make it to where you don't understand it. I'm going to hire my own personal lawyer. I'll be like, read these terms and conditions.
I was just thinking that. I bet there's people out there, like rich people, that do that.
Yeah, read
for
these
everything.
terms and conditions and fees. I want to know what fees I'm paying.
Yeah.
If I had the money, I would.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would too, honestly.
Why not?
What's the biggest tip you've ever left someone? Like at a restaurant or something?
$20.
$20? Okay, that's not bad. I
At
think
a nice restaurant. And I mean, it wasn't even like the really, really nice restaurant. But
yeah.
$20.
Yeah, we're
tip.
not going to Ruth Chris or
No.
or
if
anything
I go
like
to
that.
Ruth's Chris, you ain't getting no tip. I spend enough money just eating a meal here.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a tip.
Yeah. But that's the thing people say, if you can't afford a tip, then you can't afford the food.
Yeah, I can afford the food. You're getting like a $5 tip. I guess I'm broke after I eaten this food, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I could probably make a better steak. But anyway.
I think the biggest tip I've ever left was like 40 something.
Yeah, that's
Remember
good.
the time?
That's awesome tip.
Remember it was the time we went to Cheddar's. I think it was the first time we went to Cheddar's out here.
Yes, yeah.
And I just had a bunch because I don't use cash. Like I just I never use it. So I just I'm not gonna use this. So I just left it all.
Yeah, you left all the cash.
Yeah.
They're just like, here. I think, was it your grandmother was like, boy, what you leaving all this cash on the table for? You're gonna leave them all that money? Yeah.
Well, it's nice. It's nice.
Okay.
It's nice.
You should.
It probably made that girl's day.
They work hard. I did waitressing for a little bit. It's
really where?
Well, this was back in the day, like when they actually had you wait on tables at Pizza Hut.
Oh, it was a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, and yeah, kudos to waitresses and people who wait tables, because I'm telling you, it is not like. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah,
it's not easy to So I understand.
Yeah,
I understand. I only did it for a little while. I did it while I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was back in the '90s.
Mhm.
And when we lived in Union, and I used to make pizzas there. And then they had me go out and waitress and wait tables, and so yeah, I mean, I was like, no. And some people left. I had people that left good tips, but then some people didn't leave any tips.
Mhm.
$2 tip or whatever. But it's hard
Yeah.
to be nice and take everybody's order and how you write it on the tab. I mean, it's not easy. It wasn't then. Everything's on paper. Now everything's freaking electronic. It's probably a little bit more convenient.
Mhm.
But yeah,
What was the hourly rate? Do you remember?
like $2 and something an hour, I think.
Oh my god.
Maybe like $2.30 an hour
Yeah.
plus your tips. And so people didn't like to tip even then.
Mhm.
So yeah, like $2 and something an hour.
Yeah. That's the thing, dude. Waiters and they rely on the tips mostly.
Yeah.
With a lot of now, you might be making $6 an hour
Mm-hmm.
as the base hourly rate,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're relying on tips after that.
Yeah, so I wasn't even making minimum wage. It was not. It was like really low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you work at a really nice restaurant,
Yeah.
you probably get a good amount of tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then I think it was like after I started waiting tables, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I was making pizzas in the back, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's like.
You made pizzas for
Mhm.
people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm. Learned how to cut a pizza, and yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I know.
I made pan pizzas, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. The dough's already in the cast iron pan
Mhm.
for the pan pizzas and stuff. So yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I never wanted to work in food service or the food industry at all.
I did a couple.
Not that I'm above the food service industry, but I don't know if I could do it, and I'd be too tempted to eat the food.
No, you wouldn't.
No, because you're around it so long.
Yeah, and you would not be
Or so
tempted.
much.
You would not be tempted to eat it.
Yeah.
No, and it's not like there's nasty. You're just not. No, because you smell it all day, and you're just not. No. You'd be surprised that you wouldn't really want to eat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never did. I worked at Hardee's too.
Hardee's?
Yeah, I worked at Hardee's and Pizza Hut. I didn't like Hardee's either. I didn't stay there, but maybe a hot minute. I didn't stay there at all.
Were you one of those that job hopped constantly?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, but yeah, I did, as a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of younger people, a lot of younger women especially do that for some reason. Constantly going to different jobs.
I mean, I can't speak for all women out there.
Well, no, I can't either. I'm just
But,
from what
I
I've
mean,
observed personally.
I think it's just, at the time, it was just difficult. There was a lot going on at home. And, my addiction and stuff. So yeah, I didn't want to. I worked long enough to get what I needed. And
How many jobs did you have at that time?
not very many,
Hardee's, Pizza Hut.
but at different times, Um, it was hard. It's hard, especially for kids in school too. Like it was hard. Like your grandmother was sick at the time. That was really stressful. And then I, with school, so like I would get off work and get home about 3:15, 3:30, and then I'd be at work at 4:30 and I'd work till 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just, I didn't, yeah. It was, for me, I thought I could juggle it, but I couldn't juggle it. I was not, at that time, like my mindset was not that focused on that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. And at that age, I wanted to go party and hang with my friends on the weekends. I didn't want to be at work.
Yeah.
And I wish now, kind of looking back on it, like I would have been more focused and worked and saved. And yeah, I wish I would have done a little bit, I wish it would have given me more structure,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Did you ever quit a job right after getting your tax return?
Oh, I'm sure I did. I probably can't remember, but I'm sure I did.
It's
yeah.
so funny when people
Yeah.
do that. There's this girl I worked with,
Yeah.
maybe for like a few months, and then as soon as our tax refunds hit, she was out of there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I have. Yeah. I can't do that now,
No,
but
of course not.
so I make money, but I don't, I don't get anything back because you are a full-blown adult now.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But yeah, no, I did. Yeah. But I don't know if I did it because there's the jobs I kept even after I, would get a refund back and I still worked. So I think it sometimes just depended on the employer
Yeah.
and if I liked the job or not.
Mhm.
Because I made more money working in factory jobs.
Yeah.
Food service. No, I worked at Six Flags in food service.
Oh yeah, you did.
So I did. Yeah, I did 3 jobs
Didn't
like
you
that.
do
I did
the snow
Hardee's and-
cones?
I did, and I hate making snow cones till this day.
Why?
It just sucks. And I had to do it at the
Well, you're just scooping some ice and putting some syrup in
Yeah,
it.
but people are like, I want extra, and then it would melt the freaking ice, and it just looked like a slushy. I was
Oh my
like, this is
God.
some BS. And then when you have a line, because I worked the line at the Thunder River entrance, and so it would be crowded there, and it's hot, and people are wanting this and that, and they want a lemonade, and I mean that wasn't bad, but when you have somebody else working it, when it's you working it by yourself in the cash register, and it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. For me at the time, I was like, this is some BS. I'm out of here. And so another thing too was like I stayed there for a little bit, but then Mom wasn't able to drive me back and forth
Yeah.
to work after a while. So, but she did for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She drove me down from Union to Eureka
Yeah.
every weekend. So yeah. It was fun. After work, I got to ride all the rides for free. I mean, we got
Did
to
you do
ride.
that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had
Like after it was closed, or
No, well, there was time. I mean, there were days when you had like employee day,
oh,
then, and then like after work, after we were done with our shift, it was me and like a couple of other girls that I worked with, and we would go and we would ride some
Mhm.
rides after. Yeah, so that was like a perk.
Yeah.
And then your Aunt Tracy would always have me bring her home like a caramel apple with the chocolate chips on it.
Yeah.
So, and then people would want a funnel cake.
Of
you
course.
know, things like that, because I had a discount. So just like how we do,
Yeah,
you
just
at
like
Walmart.
yeah, exactly. I was about to say. It's like I'm bringing something home almost every day
Yeah,
from work.
you're just like me. See? Yeah. Yes. So yeah, that was a fun job.
Yeah.
Working for Six Flags was fun. It was, but not. I wanted to operate the roller coasters.
Operate them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted to check the harnesses. I wanted to make sure people were in. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh my God, there would have been so many injuries and deaths.
No, I didn't want to, because you had to be a certain age. But I wanted to at least be the people that stand there and check everybody's, seat belts and harnesses and make sure that people are safe.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. And I couldn't get on a ride. I couldn't get on one. It didn't have to be on a roller coaster. I just wanted to do it on any ride.
Mm-hmm.
they were like, here we have this in food service. I was like, oh, it's like, gosh, I just want to go work on the freaking Screaming Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I'd kind of be afraid to do that because what if you like one of the harnesses was loose or something?
Oh no, you have
Like,
to pull
wouldn't
it
you
up.
be You'd be responsible for that.
Well, you would make double check it and make sure. I wouldn't just
I
like.
know, but accidents happen. Like, it's happened. It has happened. It does
Yes, it
happen.
has. It has. But yeah, you would have to. I'm sure they would inquire about it.
Like that
But
kid in Florida. I don't remember exactly where it was. It might have been here.
that fell
Uh,
out of the one
yeah, he
thing.
was like a
Yeah,
heavier kid,
yeah, that fell out of
and
the
yeah,
Spider-Man. Was it a Spider-Man thing, like the drop thing
I
that
think
he fell out
it
of?
was a ride like that.
Yeah,
and he
that's why I
fell
never
out.
got on them anyway. I think even though he was heavy set, I think it's still like even if anybody who's thin could fall out of something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just anytime I see a ride like that, I'm like, nope. It's the same thing with the slingshot. I won't do slingshots either.
I kind of want to do that at some
No, well, I'm your mother, and I don't care how old you are. You're not doing.
Oh, come on. I'm sure. I mean,
No,
how many
Tristan,
people do you think
no.
have died from one of those?
I don't care. There's always a first time for things. I'm not saying it could happen. I'm just
Well, you
saying.
just said they double checked the harnesses, so
Well,
it'll
they
be fine.
do, but you don't know. No.
I'm sure it's safe.
Why would you want to just be flung into the air like that with nothing in
It's
front
the
of
same
you?
with every. Why do you want to go on any ride?
Why would you want to do that
It's
with
thrilling.
nothing in front of you? You're just in the air.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. And you're not doing it. If you do it, you better not let me know you did it.
I won't until afterwards.
No. Oh my gosh, Tristan.
And then you'll see that
It's
I'm
too late. I
fine.
already know it now. You just can't have it.
No.
You just can't do it. No.
No,
Sorry.
no. I probably won't do it. Actually, it does look
And then
scary.
people wonder why I'm stressed. This one over here. This one.
It does
You.
look- it does-
You are the reason why I'm stressed.
It does look pretty scary.
You would look at it and you'd be like, I don't think so.
Did you watch the Alex Honnold thing on Netflix, where he climbed
No.
Taipei with no ropes or harnesses or anything?
No.
You didn't see that?
Hmm.
He's this like free solo climber. Basically, he climbs high structures with no harnesses or ropes or anything,
Mm-mm.
and he climbed the Taipei building or whatever.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's crazy.
Well, people are nuts.
Well, people want a thrill.
Well, I mean, you can do a lot of things for a thrill. It doesn't have to mean you have to put your life in danger.
That's part of the thrill.
Well, no. There's healthier risks you can take than that.
I mean, that's kind of part of amusement parks. It's like, yeah, you're safe and you're buckled in and whatever, but,
Mm.
it feels dangerous. But it's really not, but it
Yeah, but
feels dangerous.
There's some roller coasters I won't get on.
Like what? You rode the Velocicoaster.
Yeah, barely. I mean, barely. I barely got on that thing.
Yeah, but you did it.
And it had a problem, too, and I told you it did.
Oh my God, it wasn't a big deal.
And we've talked about this before on the podcast. But it did, and I told you that it did. I said anytime they're like, we're just going to have you sit and wait for about 20 minutes. You got to do something. They're not going to tell people that there's that the thing got freaking stuck and rolled backwards, because they don't want people to panic and not ride,
Well, yeah.
So, but I told you, I said something's wrong with the roller coaster.
Oh my, this isn't.
And then I come to find out because my mother, his grandmother, was sitting outside watching, and she was freaked out because she thought we were on the card that got stuck up there and rolled back. Like it wouldn't go over the top hat.
Mm-hmm.
And it rolled all the way back down. And
Yeah.
she thought we were on that. And that freaked her out.
Well, we weren't, and nobody got hurt.
Yeah, and that's because they ride that thing. They run that thing constantly.
Well, yeah, of
It's
course,
insane. It's insane.
of course.
So I don't know if we ever get back to Universal. I'm sure I'll ride it again because it was fun. But it freaked me out. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought it was incredible.
And then of course I had permission from my son. He was like, "Mom, you can scream as loud as you want." I was like, "You didn't have to give me permission to do that, boy. How old am I?"
I screamed on it like usually when I ride roller coasters, I'm just like it just makes me laugh the whole time, like uncontrollable laughter. But
You
that
you
ride, I was genuinely screaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. He couldn't help himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to.
But it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, we will.
I don't know. It's been like how many years? 4 years since we've gone?
No, it was like 3 years ago.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago. Yeah.
Something I don't know.
I had just started working at Affect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, hey, I already have a vacation booked now. So I am not
yeah, that's
losing my
right.
vacation time. I'm not going to lose I've already booked this. So I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Yeah.
I need to be off these many days,
Mhm.
But yeah, I wanted to go back this year. I think we should go back this year.
Yeah. I want to go to Disney.
Disney's too expensive. I'm not paying for Disney.
It is expensive.
We'll have to do something. We'll have to go back to Universal.
Yeah.
So you figure it out, the package, and let me know.
Okay.
It's your turn, man. I paid 3 years ago. I paid 3 years ago. Like you need to ante up a little bit.
Oh my goodness. So I'll pay for my ticket.
No, I'm not talking about the ticket. I'm talking about the package. This is hotel. This is
Yeah, I'll pay
the
for.
whole. You need to put the deposit down, and then
Oh
you
my
let me know.
goodness. Yeah, we'll see.
No, he always says that. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
This is what happens with the mother son. The tide needs to turn a little bit.
Oh my goodness, the tide.
So when people when parents get older, like they kind of turn back into children.
Oh my God.
So I'm starting to get to that age. So
No, you're
you need
not.
to start buying things for me like I did for you
Oh my
when
God.
you were younger. So now it's like you need to start taking care of me.
I
I'm
have
gonna
bought you
be
stuff.
getting closer to 50, and I'm deteriorating a little bit.
Oh
So
my
you need
goodness.
to do some things for me. And I would like to go back to Universal this summer
Okay.
for my birthday. That would be nice. That you got till August.
That's not the summer still, is it?
August is still the summer.
Oh, I don't.
You don't know? Oh, now you don't remember when my birthday is.
I know
Okay.
when your birthday is, obviously.
So you can do that instead of the Billy Zane painting.
Oh my God, that's a horrible decision.
Both about the same price. The Universal's probably cheaper.
No,
They're all
I don't think
chipping
so.
in.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, we're all gonna have fun though. It's always something to do.
Yeah.
I'm giving you an out from the painting. I would take it if I were you.
Okay. Okay.
And we don't have to stay at the resort hotels. You can always get a cheaper hotel.
We're staying at the Motel 6.
Well, as long as it ain't got no bed bugs.
It will. It will.
Like that one hotel y'all stayed in
Oh my God,
in Springfield.
that was awful.
They couldn't. As long as it's not like that, I don't care. We don't have to stay at the resort hotels, which are always nice because you're really close to the park and you can take the shuttle. But we don't have to do that if it costs too much. We can do something else. So I'll start looking, and then we can figure it out from there.
Well, you can look. Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll be like, Tristan, this is how much the deposit's going to be. So you need to pay it by this date, and then I can give you the money.
Yeah.
Because you can always put the deposit down, and then it just has to be paid off by a certain date.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said. Well, we're gonna pivot to something not so fun.
Yes, because there's been interesting news in the news lately.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we kind of, I mean, this has kind of been in the news for like a few weeks with all the ICE stuff. There was the murder of that woman.
Renee Good.
Yes, who was murdered by an ICE agent.
Mhm.
Some people might be uncomfortable with me saying murder, but
Well,
that's-
most people say unalived.
yeah. But I mean, just calling it murder, people, some people look at it more as like
Well, what else?
self-defense. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah, I completely disagree with that.
and then
That it was self-defense.
the most recent was the killing of Alex Preddy, I think was
Yeah.
his last name.
Yes.
He was a nurse. He was at an ICE protest. He was armed. He had a gun on him.
Which was legal.
Yeah, of course, you're legally able to carry a gun. Um, I think they had disarmed him.
They did.
And then they still shot him.
10 times.
Yeah.
In the back.
Yeah.
Murder in the streets. It's murder. People need to call it what it is.
Yeah.
There's no tap dancing around that one.
Not at all.
Or Renee Good. I don't care which way people are like, you had to look at the video this way. You had to look at the video that way. You had to look at it from this vantage point. No. Why was the ICE agent in front of a moving vehicle anyway? Secondly, she's trying to move around him, and you shot her in the head.
Yeah.
You killed this lady.
Mm-hmm.
And then you killed him. And then I saw on the news that there was like another killing by ICE agents. So this is what's happening, people. Trump is trying to sow this chaos, of course, because there was 3 million more Epstein files that were released, and he's trying to create all of this chaos so he can instill martial law so that he can cancel the 2026 midterm elections, because if his plan does not work, his presidency is in jeopardy, because Democrats get control of both. If they get control of both houses, like if there's a complete blue wave, which, he could get impeached with Democrats taking over the House.
Yeah.
But he may not be removed from office, but they're not going to let him get away with passing anything.
Mm-hmm.
He will practically be like a lame duck president. Like if Democrats take over the House, they're not going to let him get anything through.
Mm-hmm.
They just won't. And they will impeach him. And he knows it.
Yeah.
So he's sowing all of this chaos to create martial law. And I hope people out there, I hope you guys are listening, that this is exactly what he's doing. And if you don't realize that this is what he's doing, you guys need to wake the freak up.
Yeah.
You just do. And if people can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you, because that's what's happening. He had Don Lemon arrested. Pam Bondi did. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. I don't know what happened.
Well, they said that he was covering the protest, but they say he was doing it in a church, and they're like, you can't do that in Minnesota. So they're like, they arrested him. He's out now.
Mm-hmm.
But then even after they arrested him, they arrested 3 other journalists, and coincidentally, all these journalists were black.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So what does that tell you? Why are you just arresting black journalists? He's trying to get black people out there to riot.
That could be.
He is. Oh, I'm older. He is trying to do that. No, not could be. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
I know exactly what he's doing. And it's all because of his little deputy chief of staff, Stephen Miller. His Nazi chief of staff. I put it like that.
Jesus.
I know exactly who they are.
Yeah.
The old saying, when people show you who you are, you better believe them.
Mm-hmm.
People better believe them.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, going back to the Alex Preddy killing, I don't think Trump signed off on that, like approved of that. I think he even posted something about having it investigated, which obviously it should be.
Yeah, but everybody who is running his FBI and the Justice Department, they're all in Trump's pocket.
Yeah, probably.
They're not supposed to be. The Department of Justice is supposed to be separate from anything related to the White House. It is its own independent agency. It is supposed to be. But he be using it as his own little Department of Justice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just saying, you elect a criminal things are going to happen. I mean, that's the bottom
Well,
line.
I think with this ICE
And
stuff,
he knew. What happened is because he put people in place that were doing dirty stuff, you know, and when he realized that he got some major blowback on it, that's when he wanted to change his tune.
yeah,
I'm just going to put it out there. Trump is not a good guy. He has never been a good guy, and he will never be a good guy. He just won't.
yeah,
Some people are just freaking evil, man. And people need to realize it. They just do. He is not a good person.
yeah.
And he does not care about nobody in this country but himself. And same goes for his wife and his kids and everybody that's related to him. I'm serious. I am not changing my view on that.
Yeah. Well, going back to the ICE thing, the ICE murders,
Mm-hmm.
I think there is. It's obvious that the people that are doing this are not properly trained.
No, they're not.
And not trained. I'm sure they know how to shoot a gun and like tactical stuff, but I mean trained under like high stress situations.
Mm-hmm.
And you could say the same thing for a lot of police officers too.
Yeah.
They don't. And again, it's hard to react in a high stress situation where
Yeah, it is.
where it possibly could be life or death.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to make a decision, and a lot of times, unfortunately, the decision is to shoot first.
It is, but not. It is, but they were saying that like a lot of these ICE agents were, some of them were like trained through like a video game or some. They were told to watch some sort of video game or something. They only had like a few weeks of training.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to have months or years of training.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, like, why are they all wearing? I get like why I don't know why they're wearing masks and hiding their face. I don't know why. Just a night safety thing, I guess. But it is difficult to react in a high stress situation. However, they have created the high stress situation.
Yeah, that's true.
They
That's
have because
they know that people are gonna protest.
Yeah, they're creating the high stress situation. So it's just they're creating the chaos. ICE agents are. There's no reason for them to be there. Why are they there?
They're trying to get everybody out, all the illegal.
Yeah, but what illegals are they taking out of there? Because I don't see them doing that. That's not what I see. What illegals are they taking out of there?
I think they've taken some.
Well, I'm sure, but where? But
they're building a new detention center. So I forget where it was, but
yeah,
a detention center to put illegal people.
I know, but where? Because I've seen them kill American citizens. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
That's why people are protesting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. People are not.
Yeah, that's the thing. There weren't. I'm sure there were some protests before, but before the killing of Renee Good was her name.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of like large scale protests before that.
No, they weren't. No.
And they've been doing this for some months now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So, people are not worried about them, doing something that they're supposed to do. Like Obama got out illegal immigrants out of this country.
Yeah, deported a lot of people.
He deported a lot of people. Were there killings in the streets? Were there protests like that? I mean, there may have been protests, but there weren't. You did not see this.
Yeah, it's the method that they're using to do this, and I'm not. Listen, I think people should try to come here legally and go through the correct, systems to do that. I'm not totally against deporting. I am against deporting people that were born here.
Yes.
Of illegal immigrants. That to me is awful. being
But how do
deported.
you feel about the people that are in the process of getting their citizenship and he's deporting them people?
I think that's wrong too.
Yeah, because that's what happened with another guy that they did like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then, it's like, so you're wanting people to come here and go through the process legally, and they're doing that, and then you're still deporting them.
Yeah.
So why are you doing that? They're not criminals. They're
Mhm.
going through the legal process. It takes a while because the whole immigration system is completely screwed up,
Yeah.
and it always will be because people don't want to fix it. They
Mhm.
can fix it, but they don't want to. And so why are you deporting them? These are not violent criminals and rapists.
Yeah.
These are people that are coming legally. And then people who are born here, yeah, you cannot deport them. They are American
Yeah,
citizens.
you shouldn't, but they have
Oh, of
deported
course
people
yeah, so
that
it's
were born
illegal.
here.
It's illegal
Yeah.
for them to do that.
Yeah.
So that means if you can deport people who have been born here, he can do that to anybody.
It sets the precedent
It
for
set the
that.
precedent that
Yeah.
if I don't like you and you don't agree with me, I can just deport you out of this country. I can
Yeah.
come into your house, drag you out, and that's a fascist country. That's what he's trying to do.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, you know. I mean, people need to freaking read
Yeah,
their
it is.
history.
It is. It
Yeah.
can look like the beginnings of that, and
Mhm.
you might be a little more convinced on that than I am.
It's
But I
okay.
will say that it's not impossible for something like that to happen.
No, not in
It's
America. It's not.
happened. It's happened in every other country that's ever
It's not impossible for it to happen here,
existed.
and people think that it is impossible to happen here because this is America. But look who you have in the White House, and he surrounds himself with yes men.
Yeah.
There's no checks and balances. When has Congress done anything lately?
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. So like that's what I'm saying. People are just sticking their head in the sand. There's a lot of people who stick their head in the sand and aren't paying attention to what Congress is or is not doing.
Mhm.
And you need to be aware. You need to be aware. So this is what they call woke people.
Yeah.
Woke is called being aware. And that's why they fight against it so hard. A lot of people on the right is because they don't want you to know what they're doing. And that's why they used woke as a weapon. Woke is being aware. It's not meaning they associated woke with transgender ideology, LGBTQ.
Mhm.
That's what they attributed that to, and that's not what it is.
Yeah.
And it's just being aware, people. That's what it is. So people need to wake up. You need to be woke
Mhm.
and hold them accountable for what they're doing.
Yeah.
And vote in the midterms.
Yeah.
If you don't like what the people are doing, then you need to vote.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the ICE agents created this chaos. The Home Department of Homeland Security, they created this chaos. And I'm still trying to figure out what was it about Minnesota that they went there. I think it started with the Somali thing.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
with
that's what it started with.
like the preschool or something.
Yeah,
They were using it as some kind of
yeah.
scam. I don't know a lot
I
about
think
it.
that's what started the whole investigation thing or whatever, but they just need to get out of Minnesota. Like seriously.
Yeah.
And my heart goes out to Alex Preddy's family. You know, um, this was a guy that was doing good and helped people, and it's just sad.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
so
if you
sad.
saw it. I don't know if you saw it, but there was another video released from a week earlier of Alex Preddy at a different protest from a week earlier. And it showed him like kicking the back of an SUV or something
Mm-hmm.
that ICE was using, and I guess people were trying to use that as like a
And
justification
for him being
for
killed.
why he was killed.
Mm-mm.
And it's like he kicked an SUV, kill him.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's just a crazy way to think about it.
yeah. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
If
don't
that
understand.
video is real or not, a lot of people think it's AI. I'm not sure if it's real or not. It looks real to me. But either way, that shouldn't be used as a justification for why he should be murdered.
No, it's not. People should be really saddened by what happened.
Yeah.
They really should.
Yeah.
And when Trump was speaking about his death and what happened, and he's like, I heard that his parents were big Trump fans. Oh my gosh. So even in the midst of talking about the death of this guy, you're still talking about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you have no couth and nothing.
Yeah.
You have no respect.
Yeah.
Classic malignant narcissist.
Yeah.
Ugh. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
I can't.
I know.
I can't stand his administration. They're all freaking racist, and they just are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know people. No, I'm not sorry. I just don't care if people don't agree with it, but I see what I see.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe my eyes. And I believe what I hear. I listen when people speak. I do that for a living. I listen when people speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch their body language. He can say one thing, but his body's saying something else.
Yeah.
And yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
He doesn't mean he has no remorse. He's not sorry. He doesn't care about what happened to that guy. All he cares is about the Republicans staying in power so he can continue to do his dirt.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. And he's concerned about the Epstein files. That's it. And he's all over them too.
Well, yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
So there was a couple days ago, they released 3 million pages from the Epstein files. There's some really like twisted and sick stuff in there.
Not just from him, but a lot of other high profile people, other celebrities, Democrat and Republican. I mean, it's a lot of people that have just done some dirty, nasty things to young girls.
Yeah, and me personally, I am taking some of it with a grain of salt. I don't know how much of it is true. A lot of the files and stuff in there are from FBI tips from from people, even some like just within the past couple years, and they obviously. They surely didn't release everything that they could.
Yeah.
There's no way they would do that. But a lot of the files are just talking in like any way possible that they could be somehow connected to Epstein. Like whether they had a friend that was connected to them or knew, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not everybody in the files knew Epstein or had a relationship with them or went to the island or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they pictures, videos, like some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's
I mean, there was a picture of Prince Andrew. There's what looked like a young woman on the floor, like spread out. She was clothed, but it looked like she was like passed out or something, and Prince Andrew was just like hovering over her, like, yeah.
Could be true, could not, could be true. But I mean, look what's happened to him. Like, he's completely disgraced.
Yeah.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Well, kind of, but he's still staying in some fancy, castle somewhere.
Yeah, they're like, you just get the small castle.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
You just get the small castle, not the big one.
Yeah.
With 50 rooms, you only get 20. Yeah. Or 10. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just that's the thing, right? So when people say I take it with a grain of salt, or I'm not really quite sure if I believe that, if that happened or that, that's what the problem. That's the problem is in America, I think, and whenever anything happens, is that the truth could be right in front of somebody, but it could be so out there that people are like, that's got to be made up. Like, nobody believes the victims, and they are the ones suffering. Like, this is why women don't report sexual assault. Because, and this is why if that happens to them when they're young, they don't say anything right then because people are not going to believe them
Yeah.
because it's so far fetched. And they're like, "Oh, are you sure that happened to you? Are you sure?"
Yeah.
And I don't. For me, like, and I understand that there have been women out there that have falsely accused people of rape.
Yeah.
You know, um, but if you've got evidence to back up what somebody is saying, you have to take them at their word for what's happened.
Yeah.
And the problem is that you're dealing with these particular files, like you're dealing with people who have got a lot of money and a lot of power and influence
Yeah.
and could threaten somebody who's young and vulnerable, you know. Um, so yeah, they probably wouldn't say anything right then until,
Well, that's
you
probably
know,
part of the strategy too, is just to
yeah.
make them look crazy.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Yeah, so nobody's going to believe them and when it comes out, they're like, "No, that's not true.
that's
That's not
always
true."
that's always been the strategy that the government and the intelligence agencies. I mean,
Mhm.
that's where the term conspiracy theorist came from.
Mhm.
It was a term used to make people look crazy
Yeah.
when people found out what they were really doing.
Yeah.
You know, that's
It's
the whole origin of that.
yeah. So yeah, I think people have to decipher what it is and not just believe like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I believe." I mean, you really do have to, but I mean, if any child would come to me and say, "This is what happened to me," you can tell if somebody's being truthful. Look in their eyes, really listen to what it is that they're saying,
Mhm.
and really, you have to read people's body language too,
Yeah.
you know.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of these files are, unsubstantiated tips and
Mhm. But why
stuff
can't
stuff
be
that's not
true?
proven. It can
But
it could be. I'm not
that's what
saying
I'm
that it's
saying.
not. Like it absolutely could be, but personally, I'm not just gonna jump out there and say this is absolutely. I mean, they're
Right.
they're talking about cannibalism, you know, assault, sexual assault, obviously, like all kinds of stuff
Mhm.
that hasn't technically been proven.
Right.
You know, so
Well,
I'm not saying that it's true or not
I'm not
true.
saying like the cannibalism. I believe the sexual assault stuff
Yeah.
because there's some sick people in this world. There's some sick people in Hollywood. There's some sick people. There's some deviant sick people in
Mhm.
this world. And when people have access to money, just, you know, and no accountability for anything, they'll do anything.
Mhm.
They can seem normal on the outside.
Yeah.
And they can have like be married and have kids and have this normal life, but people can have a very dark side
Mhm.
that is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a file in
They
there
can.
about Bill Gates that said he asked Epstein for some antibiotics to give his wife because he had contracted an STD
Mhm.
from a, you know, from a Russian hooker.
Who knows?
It's so funny too with Bill Gates because I remember he did an interview like sometime after he died, and the interviewer asked Bill Gates about Epstein and like how he knew him,
Mhm.
and all he said was, "Oh well, he's dead now, so doesn't matter." It's
Yeah,
like,
makes you question that, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
it's like,
Doesn't matter how I knew him. You don't need to know how I knew him.
yeah, it's
You know.
clear that all these head titans of industry and musicians and
Mhm.
artists and famous people, they all knew him.
They all knew him, and they
They
all.
all knew him in some way. Like he was the guy. He was the guy that put the parties together, that
Mhm.
moved the money around for people. Like he
Yes.
did all of that.
Yes. And he brought in young women and prostitutes.
Yeah, and and to me, it seemed like it was um some kind of sting to compromise people. More
Mhm.
than likely,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
to me. It looks like a lot of it was about blackmail.
Yes.
You know,
Could be. Yeah. Yeah. It's so interesting. You know. It's a whole tangled web.
Yeah.
lies and deceit and betrayal
Yeah, I
and
think I
money
think
and
it goes a lot deeper
it goes into
than
some
people think too.
dark places. I'm sure
Yeah.
deep dark places, places that you probably don't want to go. That's
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm sure people that we like and they've liked for years we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, oh ain't listening to that, ain't watching that no more.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
Jay-Z and Pusha T were named in it for
I ain't surprised about Jay-Z. I'm really not.
for assaulting a one. But that's that one I honestly I don't entirely believe because I think it happened in like 96 or something.
Mhm.
And Jay-Z, he wasn't like very famous at that point in
Mhm.
96, so um yeah, I don't know. That one I'm not sure if I believe that one, but
But you know, Trump is named in them. He's always been named in them.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some nasty stuff in there.
About him.
Yeah.
But people know he's nasty. I mean, the guy's been freaking convicted of, sexual assault for E. Jean Carroll. So people know he is. I don't think people would be surprised about Trump at all.
Yeah.
Like allegedly. But he had a payment that he had to make to her. The judge found him guilty of that. Um. So, I mean, I don't think anybody's surprised.
Yeah.
They might be surprised at the behavior when they read through them, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most, at least from what I'm saying, like on Twitter and stuff,
Yeah.
most people aren't believing the stuff about Trump because people see it as like, oh, they're just making all this stuff up because they don't like him and they're trying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the horrible thing is
That's-
like people are so galvanized now and so like on their team that anything that bad that could possibly come out about a person, they just refuse to believe it.
No, I'm like, I don't believe it. I don't care if something came out bad about Barack. I'd be like, shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
I would be disappointed. I'd be like, damn, but figure something. Shit. But I mean, you don't. It's just like Bill Clinton. You ever like Bill Clinton? But shit, Bill Clinton, I'm sure dirty too. He's a hoe. Um, everybody knows that too. But I mean, it's just it doesn't matter. There needs to be accountability.
Absolutely.
There has to be accountability. It's people are so polarized, right? They're so like I'm with this person, with that person, and that's what I'm saying. Trump said it a long time ago. He could shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and nobody would do anything to him, and he's right.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to stand up to him and hold him accountable for that.
Yeah, and I don't think
They just do.
anyone's going to be held accountable for anything that comes out in these files.
It's just like here. This is just.
I mean,
news.
obviously the FBI's had these for a long time and nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Except for the arrest of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
But nobody's I mean, I guess now you can see a lot of the names in the files now, but they're not arresting any of those people.
Yeah.
Maybe it's possible there's no hard conclusive evidence of it, but I mean, these names.
It's just going to be a smear
out.
campaign for people, right? Like their names, and people are still going to make money. People are still going to do business. It's not going to hurt anybody.
No,
it's really not. So,
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just a crazy world we live in. So basically, it ain't nothing gonna change. So
yeah,
everybody just needs to focus their attention on God. Seriously. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Read your Bible. Pray to Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's just too much chaos and stress in the world. It's just too much.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
These are wild times. That's for sure.
Well, it's just too much, It's really too much. I just get tired of it. That's why I'm tired right now. I've been tired all week. It's just insane. It's just insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, like I said, I just pray for Alex Pretty's family and, hopefully ICE will get out of Minnesota soon. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
that's all we can do is come together as a country.
Well, I think we're going to wrap episode 74 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Yes.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe on YouTube. Go follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah.
And make sure you guys are taking care of each other out there, please.
Yeah.
Love each other. So
yeah.
that's it. That's all I got.
All right. We appreciate you guys watching.
Yes. And don't forget to subscribe. You told them to subscribe to YouTube.
I think I said subscribe.
So we do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you next week.
Yeah. See you guys.
All right,
Peace.
Bye. Peace.